this is an official arraignment.
Being quiet, Mr. Paquette. I just want to know if you want to have counsel, because you have the right to counsel. If you do not, you also have the right to represent yourself.
I'm standing here at DDC, handcuffed with a bunch of NDOC men. I don't have counsel here. You asked me to stand mute. Should I be quiet? I don't know. It's just Guantanamo Bay.
Okay, Mr. Fesette, what you're charged with is really likely to result in a personal bond despite all this commotion, and you can go ahead and get out of it. The only charge in front of me, so I'm not seeing him as an overall risk to the community, nor do I suppose there could be some flight risk here, but that can be addressed through the tether, as people have requested, to determine, to deal with any possible flight risk, and I do think there is some. I'm also doing the tether because I want to ensure that Mr. Fesette does not return to the address where this is alleged to have occurred, and that if he does return to that address, then we'll know
what I do if how would I go about getting my property, since we are having a court date apparently on a Sunday in Michigan without an attorney present? Since we're doing that,
would you like to have an attorney?
I have a sawzall, I have a Gerber knife there, I have a tent there, I have blankets there.
Can you take Mr. Fesette to camera 2? Please, can you take him to camera 2, please? I'll bring camera 2 in so he can have.
So you understand what's going on. You have an absolute right to have.
I'll stop you right there, sir. Attorney Bill Reagan.
Let me just finish.
P5715.
I just want you to know you have a right to a trial by jury, where the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you actually committed this crime, each and every element beyond a reasonable doubt. But the most important thing you have, Mr. Paquette's rights to a bond, reasonable bond, okay? Where the magistrate can set either a cash bond or a personal bond. Cash bond, where you have to pay money to get out. Personal bond is where you don't have to get paid. We would be asking for a personal bond on your behalf, Mr. Paquette, so you can get whatever other conditions the magistrate imposed on you. But we want to make sure that you understand this before, and talking is not necessarily a good thing, because you say things sometimes that may be held against you. So we want you to kind of not talk about the case.
All right, bond is going to be set in this case at $50,000 personal. Defendant will be allowed a one-time escort to get his belongings. Other than that, he is not to return to 17600 Fenton in Detroit, and he will be placed on a GPS tether prior to leaving jail to help ensure that. Next court date is going to be May 6th, 8:30 a.m. for probable cause conference, May 13th, 8:45 a.m. for preliminary examination.